Hi, my name's Hervey Gibson. I'm from the professor at the University of Glasgow in Scotland, and I'm working in Sharpeville on a project we call Sharpeville Counts. And I'm going to read something from a report, The Economics of South African Townships, which the World Bank published 5 years ago. And the last sentence of this report says, South Africa's townships are home to many South Africans and to many of the poorest. If the ideal of inclusive growth is ever to be achieved, surely the townships are where significant development and policy efforts will have to be focused. So that's what the World Bank says, and I agree with it. I guess many of you guys will. I also agree with the principle that if you don't measure something, you can't manage it. And do you know there's only been one study of a South African township economy? This is it. This is the World Bank report 5 years ago, and that was about deep sloops between Pretoria and Joburg. Now there's a second. The second is Sharpeville Counts. And I read you the last sentence that I agree with. A couple of sentences before that, at the end of the book, the World Bank said it's too expensive to do this for the whole of South Africa. And what we're proving now in Sharpeville is that it's not. That if we harness all together all our efforts in the Sharpeville community, we can do it more or less under our own steam. We can measure the Sharpeville economy. And what we're doing is we're imagining the things that we want to measure, the assets that we've got, the groups of families that we want to work with, the kinds of businesses that we want. We're defining the picture, imagining. We're counting. People are counting what they're spending money on, where their income is coming from. We're making all that add up. And we're doing the same for businesses. And then we're putting it all into a picture of South Africa, a detailed regional economic accounting model, DREAM, DREAM. And that links in the local economy into the national economy, so that all of those numbers that we all contribute to when we're filling in forms and doing surveys, that Statistics South Africa collects very professionally and puts together, but we can draw them all down to our community and what we're doing here in Sharpeville, and go out and use them. And we can use it for us to allocate our social resources. We can use it to decide what are our schools going to be doing, what is our health service going to be focusing, and we can use it also to trace our role and our influence in South Africa. Okay.